Hey, welcome back to Blueprints. Last time we made it to the archives, by accident to be honest, and this time it's time to explore more on day one. I obviously have to be, aware of the end of each room. Obviously, every single doorway means that we will have to pay one of our great oil step resources. And I might be, a little bit fiddly when it comes to a lot of stuff, which means that I actually like to leave rooms and walk in and out all the time, and I have to actively hold myself back here. Anyway, we have a lot of rooms we can check. Apparently, something changed when it comes to how we select the floor plans, as we have entered the archives, and it does say while drafting we will no longer be able to see all three of your potential floor plans. Countless shelves of documents and towering file cabinets make this otherwise immense space seem small and cramped. These archives contain almost a century of records and files pertaining to the Sinclair family's numerous interests, many of which are sealed and unable to be accessed. Unusual, by the way. Interesting. Now I'm wondering how much new lore we can learn. Obviously, I am in the very advantageous position where I'm recording what I'm seeing, which means that once I am going over my notes, I could just use my own footage to improve that, because obviously currently it's just basically scribbles. But if, what I mean by that is what happens if we enter again. Also, this is a red room, right? Yeah, assumed as much. We've not seen a shop yet, nor a green room, I'm assuming. There are a bunch of hallways though. And from my understanding, it just means that there's no door that's locked. Anyway, let's see what that actually means. A confidential one? Oh no, 2 more red rooms. A lavatory doesn't do anything, it seems like. A furnace that makes it more likely to draw red rooms, and something costs a gem and we do not even know what's inside. But, I'm a gambling man. Let's see what's inside. The commissary. The staff commissary is always stocked with household goods and supplies at a reasonable cost. So it's a shop, neat. A standout one at that. This provides the servants of the state an invaluable service, especially to the live-in staff who may only expect to leave the property once or twice a month. And there are items to for sale, so let's see. Nobody's standing inside. So we have to help ourselves here. We can't actually go over there, okay. Wait. Dirigi blocks? I'm guessing it's supposed to be an R, right? It's something at least. I don't think it's supposed to be an A. Oh, this is Dirigi blocks. That makes more sense in a passing kind of thing, okay. Passing kind of way. Sometimes I would like to crouch just to get closer to some places here. Can't attack with you, but we can shop, whatever that means. We can buy gems. A salt shaker. What do we need salt shakers for? Sledgehammer? We can buy, same with a metal detector. I'm guessing metal detector is going to give us more money. I just realized that obviously we have already collected more than 3 coins, so we got at least 1 additional coin from our purse. We can get another gem. I feel like gems are really useful while drafting those floor plans. But a salt shaker is something new. Am I gonna risk it? Yeah, salt shaker. A glass salt shaker. Whenever you eat food and gain steps, you gain an extra step. Neat. Useful, but not quite... Oops, wait. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. Oh, that's important. I don't know how random this is going to be, but mechanically... Interesting. This is a very fascinating way to change which rooms you want to actually visit. The question is whether or not that's just like a set day, or like maybe we have like only 100 days to solve the mystery of the mansion, for example. This just only happens once, or if it's just like once the 16th day has passed, maybe the next time is day 30 and it's just going to be basically randomized, or like it comes up in like some sort of pattern. I don't know though. Staff notice. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Wait a second. Mechanic? I do not know why we would need those. There's a terminal password. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. That's the house manager. We do have a password that we can't really read here. So with an S. It's not Sinclair, right? That would be a bit weird. Either way, we do have 2 terminals. In security and laboratory. Wait, didn't we visit security before? Yeah, this is security. I didn't see the terminal. I might have just not paid attention to it, but we have to return there anyway. Okay, we don't actually have to return there, but I would like to return there at some point. Just to figure out what it's about. Something with an S is important. Ooh, there's a sale. 2 days only. All items 50% off. And 50% off on days 20 and 21. But all staff welcome. Am I misunderstanding this? Is this a sale for all? No, wait. This place is a shop for staff. But do we have to prove that we are part of the staff and have to clock in somewhere? That would be an interesting puzzle. Well, it does seem like we can't progress here though. Ah, neat water cooler. Interesting. I also really like the art style. It's certainly unique. Yeah, the way it's shading, like the way it's kind of still painted, but is still in 3D and sometimes weirdly realistic, right? Has a unique vibe at least. Especially like the paintings that are just here on the wall. Okay, I'm gonna check out security. I know it's wasting a step at least, but apparently there's a terminal that I missed. Oh, staff notice. There's actually more stuff. Pay the first week of November, payroll for all. It's the same thing. Yeah, same text, but there's more stuff. Coffee maker, microwave, money. We didn't actually pick that one up before. I should have done that. Oh, +2. Nice. Thanks to the coin purse. A bed? A massive bed compared to those trees. If you notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levels are no longer required to grant entry. I thought... What? Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as they progress north. Okay, now I understand what they meant by doors being locked, because the hallways are never locked. Why is the antechamber unlocked? I thought it was supposed to not be. Now I'm confused. Okay. I should probably pay more attention each room. Is this the terminal I talked about? Going to, yeah, until security, press enter. Security, okay. View the inventory. And the following is detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. This list will be updated as the new rooms are added. Okay. We have found everything. Keycard system. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be opened with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. Settings. Security level medium. Offline mode locked. The security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. You should expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low setting and 5 to 6 with a high setting. Why do I want to lower the amount though? Or like raise it? Are those like special doors? Are they like... And the offline mode is... Okay, like first of all the question is... Does that mean that the keycard doors are like better? Right? Like I'm generally assuming that in a roguelike kind of game, if you have to use resources that you're getting something better out of it. So maybe you can just place better doors. Like not doors, obviously. Like behind the door you can place better rooms. Something like that. Maybe there's just more treasure in there. I'm not sure. Offline mode locked. This mode determines the default setting. The security doors will be set to if power is lost during a blackout, for example. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working on the estate. So because power can go off, okay. Confirm setting. I'm just gonna say unlocked because they said that this is how it should happen. I'm guessing maybe we can turn off power somehow? Huh. Interesting, but we are sure that we have nothing to pick up anymore. And I'm still running around. Oh, C-Cam Tape 3. I kind of struggled reading that. It's a lot easier if you can turn your head around. Okay, those are actually not live feed. Oh. They are live feed. If I move around, this changes. Kind of. Okay. If I look this direction, can I see my side? Not just the position, okay. We apparently don't rotate at all. Fascinating. Okay then, we only have a few places we can actually check out and all of them are connected to the archives. I want to stay on the same level for now, just because they said it gets harder if we progress northward. The patio. Spread gem in each green room. A storeroom that gives me items. I kinda want... First of all, gems. Second of all, more options to walk around. So I'm gonna take this one. Just in case we're locking ourselves out. Okay, this is a green room apparently. And there's at least one gem. So I at least get something out of this. Buried below. Occasionally you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Okay. So we need a shovel. Can we turn on the grill somehow? I guess not. Did I misunderstand that? A roofed outdoor seating area along the perimeter of the estate. During the summer evenings, it is not unusual for the grill to be employed while entertaining acquaintances of a more informal nature. Type spread green room. Drafted one type. What does spread mean? Like I saw the spread one. Spread one in each green room. Oh, so we pick it up and then each one gets refreshed probably. So like if I find like another green room, then this one gets another gem. So it's similar to the observatory where we want multiple of those, but it's not spread. It's just +1 for each time you draft it. No, this is for drafting. Oh, wait a second, because I remember the book, it basically told me like all the effects, and certain effects are actually harder. And we have to reach a certain level and then maybe you can combine the stars. Like if you have like 5, you could have this constellation with 1 star and one with 4. Something like that. Or it's just that you always get like the highest one. Either way, I am just thinking out loud, I guess. We will see it in the future. Neat statue there. I still want to visit the outside at some point, but I can't currently. Because I would have to walk through all the rooms. There's another courtyard. We would get gem. No, wait. This is just a green room. We do not get a gem in here. Or do we? It's always unlocked, but I would like to have more options. The archive floor plan is kind of dangerous, so I'm just gonna take the courtyard and hope that we do not need gems. So does this one have a gem now? Because we picked the previous one that told us that there are new gems here. Alternatively, it might also just be that once it happens every time we pick up the patio, and if we had the courtyard before then we would have gotten a gem. Oh, we need a shovel. Oh, is that a metal detector? So we don't have to buy it. A functioning metal detector. Greater chance of finding keys and coins. Okay, it's just a chance. It's not like we can look around here. And we definitely need a shovel. Well, that's not fun. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously fun. I am definitely looking forward to finding a shovel, but is it a locked door? 2 gems. We could check out the bedroom because it's free and we've not done that yet. +2. Oh, chest. The trunk is locked. Do we want to use key? Greetings from Reddington. Postcard. I first want to look around. Maybe there's like something interesting to find. It's a statue and a boat. Huh. It does say every time I enter, right? So it should be 35. Okay, yeah. So I'm right about that. I don't have to worry. That's basically just a free room, as I expected in the beginning. Okay. I mean, come on. We are poor. Let's use a key already. Maybe there's something neat in there. Maybe like another key. Technically, we have a higher chance of finding those. Oh, I want to say this looks like a lockpick. A hobbyist lockpick will occasionally be able to unlock some normal doors. Okay. So there's just a chance, like we pick it up and then sometimes it happens that like an explicit chance here. Just says occasionally. By the way, this one was greater chance of finding items, yeah. Completely forgot about that. The door's locked. Lockpick kit. You don't seem to be able to pick this door lock, okay. And this door's lock still seems too difficult to pick. So we can't. Yeah, okay. It remembers the door. It would have been weird if it didn't. Okay then, I guess we have to check another door. Door's locked, please. You don't seem to be able to pick this door lock. Wait, this is... Okay, this is just like some open crate. It looked like a chest that I missed. But alas, it is incorrect. Okay, I do not get like a gem refresh here for finding that other room, so I'm still assuming that's the other way around, so I have to pick this one last, basically. The archives. This is the last room we can actually add to this, because all of the others are locked, and I don't remember, we couldn't buy a key, right? The locksmith has keys for sales, we can't do that. Utility closet. And this one requires multiple gems. And we don't have gems at all. There's a breakup box in the utility. But none of them were ID cards, so we can't actually do anything once we turn off the door. Or like the power. Come on, give me like a hidden key here. No? Well then. VAC indicators, keycard, keycard entry system, the garage, darkroom, gymnasium, the cabinet. Wait a second. Oh, we can do it again. We did not find a cabinet, right? Yeah. Okay, we can turn those off. All of them off. This one doesn't actually have a lever. So we can do indicators. We can put different colors in there. I am not an electrician, so this is probably safe, right? Sure. Red, red, blue, blue, blue. Red? Okay, this tile kind of looked like something to interact with just because it's so much darker and everything around it. Guessing the lockpick didn't really help us today. Okay, this is actually quite sad. Let me check out the commissary again, just because I might have missed something I can buy. If I can buy a key, then we can at least progress. I don't think... There was a key that's a sledgehammer. I don't know what the sledgehammer does. We have a metal detector already, we have a salt shaker. We can't buy stuff twice. Gems don't actually help us because we can't open doors, so sledgehammer. A heavy sledgehammer can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. Huh. I had hoped that maybe we could, you know, bash in a wall. But we have not found locked trunks since then. It was only the one that we opened and... Wait, it's a keypad though, right? No padlocks in general, okay. Well then, I guess I guess we're done for today. We have not managed to reach the north. So I kind of want to check out the outside of the estate then. Right, there wasn't anything I want to open here, right? Also, let's just check if I missed something. And the inventory, nothing. Yeah, thought so. Guess this is it then. Back in the entrance hall. Might be time to look outside. Also, it's getting evening currently. We've already been inside the estate for like 10 hours. In-game time, obviously. Now I want to know what's outside in the grounds. Since, you know, I can't actually use my steps anyway. I feel like this is a perfect time to explore here. Look at that estate though. Certainly exotic. Very fanciful. Am I losing steps if I go here? This is a locked room. Looks like a mine entrance. Maybe you can get like a shortcut later on? Oh. That's an interesting mountain. Just missing some pieces on both sides. Some waterfalls. Multiple places down there. Is this where the road goes? Is this part of the estate? Just decorative. Is it just decorative? I am quite unsure. No birds for today. Can I? Okay, I'm getting stopped here. I just had to check, okay? It's always my first thought. Does this game have fall damage? And I'm guessing not, because we can't even jump. Please tell me that we didn't turn off the power for this one, because if we did, then we were kind of stupid. Oh? Torch holder, but we can't light it. Maybe we could move some crates around if we're lucky. If we had some light. Huh. But alas, we are not that lucky. Okay, I guess we can't actually progress in this tunnel then. Was there any other place we can go to? I mean, we can leave, but we can't bring our equipment. But I also am more confident now in using my steps, just because it feels like we will probably take a few days until we can actually use them all up. Like, obviously we are probably getting 50 new steps each time. I just meant that it's probably going to take... Make a wish? I mean, sure. Don't know what that did. But hey, we couldn't use the coin anyway, and I'm assuming we can't actually bring them those coins for the next round. Oh? You can leave? No, this door's locked. And we don't want to use the sledgehammer to go through here. Okay. So there are multiple places outside that we can check out. And I'm assuming if I go outside of here, then it's probably going to end the day. Not yet. Maybe it's like a lot of space to explore actually. Oh. This is one shut doorway. If only we could use the sledgehammer. Let's see. This is the actual gate, I'm assuming. If I go here, can't attack with you, okay. The private drive. Should have probably paid attention to where exactly we are. Someone's camping here. Oh. Lovely. The campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you're not allowed to stay in this state overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu to return to the campsite for the night. Okay. So we're actually not sleeping in a hotel or anything, but we are sleeping next door basically. But we are not allowed to bring those items again, right? I don't know what we are doing with those items. I'm guessing we're just losing them. Magically. Oh. We need a password. And then we can check out the orchard. And those are a lot of apples. Imagine I could have used that in combination with the salt shaker. We would have like so many steps that we wouldn't be able to use actually. Too bad. And you're also not in favor of just jumping the fence? There's a shed that we can't reach, okay. Like, I kinda assumed that we would leave the estate completely. Oh? Don't know what that is, but it seems secure, at least. I guess this is all we can do for today then. Huh. Unless there's like something hidden here. I mean, I bet we will explore this place at some point again. Somewhere in the future. But for now it might be time to call it a day. And almost time to call it a day in the episode, so we might do that in a second as well. You're just going to give me the information here? Okay. Do you want to call it a day? Yeah. Call it a day. Tomorrow you will wake to find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory will have been reset. Let's say not yet for a moment, because obviously that always worries me. We can't continue in the bedroom, we do not have a key, we can't buy a key. We have the parlor, we have the pantry. We've already gotten the money, we've gotten the parlor, the entrance hall, the closet had items, the den we picked up. Well, I guess we are just locked out, so how about we call it a day? I wanna see what happens anyway, so. Also, not just because of this, but if you pause the game actually, it also taunts you here. And there's a room directory, which is exactly what we had before. Game settings, obviously, we're just going to ignore for now. I feel like, while they're interesting, sometimes settings can spoil you, you know? If there are like some certain keys for things that we have not found, and I'm in the lucky position where I don't think I'm gonna need accessibility features for now. So, we can ignore it for now. Anyway, let's call it a day. Yes. What happens? Is it just like a quick transition to the campsite? E-swing favored? Yeah, total rooms as I guess. We've taken 35 steps and found 5 items. Okay. It's an east-facing cottage. Yeah, it was definitely east-wing favored, let's be honest. We just didn't find enough ways to go to the left. Again, kind of sad. Would have been nice to actually get some use out of both the sledgehammer and the lockpick, and technically also the sword check. I don't think we found food afterwards. That was kind of sad, but you know, now we know what those items do, so we don't actually have to buy them. Anyway, let's see what happens if we press exit. Well, I would say this is probably a good point to end and start the next episode. You know, they are giving me the option, so I can just wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I hope we'll be seeing each other soon again. Have a good one, till next time, and bye bye.